Marcus earns $95,000 a year. He has a clean apartment in a good neighborhood, a 2022 SUV sitting in his parking spot, and a closet full of clothes he barely wears. From the outside, Marcus looks like he has it together, but his savings account has $1,400 in it. His credit card balance is sitting at $9,200, and every time he checks his bank account on a Thursday afternoon, the number is lower than he expected. He cannot figure out where the money goes. 2 miles away, David earns the exact same $95,000. He drives a 6-year-old Honda he paid off 3 years ago. He brings lunch to work 4 days a week. He does not have the newest phone, but David has $183,000 in investments. He maxes his Roth IRA every single year. He has 6 months of expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account, and he sleeps well at night. Same city, same salary, completely different financial reality. So what is Marcus doing wrong? That is exactly what we are going to break down today. Because here is what nobody tells you: when you finally start earning good money, a higher income does not automatically fix a broken financial strategy. It just gives you more money to make the same mistakes with. According to a 2024 report from Empower, nearly 60% of Americans earning between $75,000 and $100,000 a year describe themselves as living paycheck to paycheck. Not because they are lazy, not because they are irresponsible, but because they are making specific, identifiable, fixable mistakes that are quietly draining everything they earn. And today we are going through all 10 of them. If you recognize yourself in any of these, do not close the video. That recognition is the first step to changing it. Mistake number 1. You lifestyle inflated every single time your income went up. The first and most expensive mistake on this list is one most people never even notice they are making. When Marcus got his promotion 3 years ago, his salary jumped from $68,000 to $82,000. He told himself he would finally start saving seriously. But within 4 months, he had moved into a more expensive apartment, started going out more often, upgraded his car, and added 3 new subscription services. His savings rate did not go up. It went down. This is lifestyle inflation, and it is the silent wealth killer for high earners. The math here is brutal. If Marcus had kept his expenses flat when that raise came in and redirected the extra $14,000 a year into investments, earning an average of 8% annually, he would have an additional $67,000 in his portfolio over 5 years. Instead, he has nicer furniture and a higher monthly nut. The rule wealthy people follow is simple. Every time income increases, quality of life gets a modest upgrade, and wealth building gets an aggressive one. A 50-30-20 split where 20% automatically goes to investments before lifestyle spending even begins. Marcus spent the raise before it had a chance to build anything. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2. You are treating your gross income like your real income. This one is sneaky because the math feels obvious once you see it, but almost nobody actually runs these numbers. Marcus earns $95,000 a year. That sounds like a lot, but after federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare, his take-home pay is closer to $67,000. That is his real income. That is what he actually has to work with. But Marcus plans, budgets, and makes financial commitments based on the $95,000 number. He once told a friend he could afford a $2,200 a month apartment because he earns almost $8,000 a month. He does not earn $8,000 a month. He takes home $5,580 a month. That apartment is nearly 40% of his actual income. The Federal Reserve's guidelines suggest housing costs should sit at or below 28% of gross income and no more than 35% of net income. Marcus blew past both numbers and did not realize it because he was planning off the wrong figure. Before you make any major financial commitment, calculate your actual take-home pay and plan entirely from that number. Gross income is what your employer pays. Net income is what you actually have. Those two numbers are not interchangeable, and treating them like they are is one of the fastest ways to stay broke on a good salary. Mistake number 3. You have no system, so every dollar has to be managed manually. Here is a question. If you had to log into your bank account and manually move money into savings every single month for the next 30 years, how many months would you miss? Be honest. Marcus has been meaning to save $500 a month for the last 2 years. He saves when he remembers, when he feels like he has enough left over, and when nothing unexpected comes up, which means in practice he saves sporadically, inconsistently, and almost never as much as he intended. David has $800 automatically transferred to his Roth IRA on the first of every month. Another $300 goes to his high-yield savings account on the same day. He does not manage this manually. He does not have to remember. He does not have to feel motivated. The system runs whether he thinks about it or not. Wealth is not built by willpower. It is built by systems. Automating your savings and investments is not a small improvement. It is a fundamental shift. A 2023 study from Vanguard found that investors who automate contributions accumulate on average 40% more wealth over a 1-0-year period than those who make manual contributions. Not because they earn more, because the system removes human inconsistency from the equation. Set up your automation this week. Pay yourself first, automatically, before any discretionary spending hits your account. That is the move. Mistake number 4. You are carrying high-interest debt while trying to build wealth at the same time. This one is going to sting for some of you, but it needs to be said. You cannot build wealth effectively while carrying high-interest debt. The math literally works against you. Marcus has $9,200 on a credit card, charging 22% interest. He is also contributing $200 a month to his investment account, hoping to grow his money. The average stock market return is approximately 8 to 10% annually. His credit card debt is costing him 22% a year. He is trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in it larger than the water going in. Every dollar you put into an investment, earning 9% while carrying debt at 22%, is a net loss of 13% on that dollar. You are not building wealth. You are paying the bank to feel like you are building wealth. The mathematically correct move in almost every scenario is to aggressively eliminate high-interest debt before investing beyond any employer match. Get the free money from your employer match, then redirect every available dollar to destroying that high-interest debt as fast as possible. Once it is gone, that monthly payment amount becomes your new investment contribution. Marcus is paying $220 a month in credit card interest alone. That is $2,640 a year going directly into the bank's pocket and producing zero return for him. That is mistake number 4. Mistake number 5. You are driving a liability and calling it a necessity. We need to talk about cars. The average new car payment in the United States, as of 2024, sits at $735 a month, according to Edmunds. The average loan term is 69 months. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, transportation is the second largest expense category for American households, consuming an average of 16% of total spending. Marcus financed a $42,000 SUV 2 years ago. His monthly payment is $718. He pays $180 a month in insurance. He spent $1,400 on maintenance last year. His total annual car cost is approximately $11,800. That is more than $118,000 over 10 years on a vehicle that will be worth almost nothing at the end. David's 6-year-old Honda costs him $0 in monthly payments. His insurance is $94 a month. His total annual car cost is under $2,500. The gap between those two approaches over 10 years, invested at 8% annually, is over $140,000. A car is a depreciating asset. It goes down in value the moment it leaves the lot. Financing a depreciating asset at high interest rates and calling it a necessity is one of the most wealth-destructive decisions a middle-income earner can make. Buy reliable used vehicles with cash whenever possible. Keep your total car costs below 10% of your take-home income. Your future self will understand. Mistake number 6. Your money has no destination, so it disappears. I want you to think about the last $500 you spent that wasn't on a bill. Can you name every single thing that $500 went to? Can you break it down line by line? Most people cannot, and that is the problem. When money has no assigned destination, it finds one on its own. And the destination is almost never wealth building. It is food delivery and impulse purchases and subscriptions you forgot you signed up for, and convenience fees and small purchases that feel insignificant in the moment, but add up to thousands over the course of a year. Zero-based budgeting is the framework that fixes this. Every dollar that comes in gets assigned a job before the month begins. Rent, food, utilities, savings, investments, debt payment, entertainment. Every dollar is spoken for. What is left after all assignments is your true discretionary spending and nothing more. According to a 2024 survey by Ramsey Solutions, people who follow a written monthly budget save an average of $200 more per month than those who do not, even with identical incomes. Over 10 years, that is $24,000 in additional savings before any investment return is applied. Giving every dollar a destination is not restrictive. It is liberating. It means your money is doing exactly what you told it to do, and that is how wealth gets built. Mistake number 7. You are ignoring the retirement account you already have access to. I am going to say something that is going to be uncomfortable for a significant portion of people watching this video. If you have access to a 401k with an employer match and you are not contributing enough to capture the full match, you are leaving free money on the table every single pay period. This is not a metaphor. This is literally free compensation your employer is offering you, and you are declining it. The average employer match is 4% of your salary. For Marcus, at $95,000 a year, that is $3,800 in free employer contributions annually. If he only contributes 2%, he captures $1,900 of that match and forfeits the rest. Over 20 years, assuming 8% average returns, that forfeited $1,900 per year compounds into approximately $87,000 in lost wealth. $87,000. Gone. Because he did not read the benefits document. And we have not even talked about the tax advantage. Traditional 401k contributions reduce your taxable income dollar for dollar. Marcus, contributing $9,500 to his 401k, reduces his federal taxable income by $9,500, saving him roughly $2,090 in federal taxes at his bracket. That is money he keeps instead of sending to the IRS. If you have not looked at your 401k contribution rate recently, look at it today. Contribute at minimum whatever percentage captures your full employer match. That is not optional. That is the floor. Mistake number 8. You are treating your income as permanent and your expenses as flexible. Here is a reality most financial content will not say directly. Your income is not guaranteed. Your expenses, once established, are extremely sticky. Marcus built a lifestyle on $95,000. His rent, car payment, subscriptions, dining habits, and social spending are all calibrated to that income level. If Marcus loses his job tomorrow, he has $1,400 in savings and $9,200 in credit card debt. He has approximately 3 weeks before his financial situation becomes a crisis. This is not a judgment. This is an extraordinarily common situation. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve report, 37% of Americans would struggle to cover a $400 unexpected expense without borrowing. That number does not drop as dramatically as you would expect when you filter for higher income earners. The fix has 2 components. First, build a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of actual living expenses, not income, expenses in a high-yield savings account. Second, treat your income as variable, even when it feels stable. Spend as though you earn 20% less than you actually do. Save and invest the difference. This buffer is the single greatest financial protection a middle-income earner can build. Marcus does not have a spending problem. He has a resilience problem. And resilience is built before you need it, never after. Mistake number 9. You are optimizing for comfort today and ignoring compound growth. Let us run some numbers. If Marcus starts investing $500 a month at age 35, earning an average of 8% annually, at 65 he will have approximately $745,000. If Marcus had started that same $500 a month at age 25 instead, at 65 he would have approximately $1,745,000. Same contribution, same rate of return. 10 years earlier start, $1 million more. Compound growth is not a concept. It is a mathematical force, and it is the most powerful wealth-building tool available to ordinary earners. But it requires time above everything else. And every year spent living in comfort at the expense of investing is a year of compounding you cannot get back. Marcus told himself he would start investing seriously once he paid off some debt, once he got a raise, once things calmed down. He has been saying that for 6 years. Those 6 years of $500 monthly contributions invested at 8% would be worth approximately $44,000 today. That money does not exist. It was spent on comfort in the meantime. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. Not next month, not after the next raise, today. Mistake number 10. You are not protecting the wealth you are building. This is the mistake people only understand after they suffer for not doing it. You can execute every single item on this list with discipline and precision. You can automate, invest, eliminate debt, drive the paid-off car, and build your emergency fund. And one medical event, one lawsuit, one disability, or one uninsured loss can erase years of progress in a matter of months. Wealth building without protection is not wealth building. It is wealth accumulation with an exposed flank. At minimum, you need adequate health insurance that you have actually read and understand. You need a fully funded emergency fund, as discussed in Mistake 8. If you have dependents, you need term life insurance. A healthy 3-5-year-old can get a $500,000 year term policy for approximately $25 to $35 a month. If your income supports your household, you need disability insurance. Because according to the Social Security Administration, more than 1 in 4 workers will experience a disability before reaching retirement age. And if you have begun accumulating assets, you need a basic estate plan at minimum, a will, and designated beneficiaries on every financial account. Protection is not pessimism. It is the final piece of the wealth-building framework that makes everything else durable. Now let's go back to Marcus. Marcus is 34 years old. He earns $95,000 a year. And right now, today, he is making all 10 of these mistakes simultaneously. But here is what Marcus's financial life looks like if he makes 5 specific decisions starting this month. He contacts his HR department and increases his 401k contribution to capture the full employer match. He opens a high-yield savings account and sets up a $500 automatic transfer on the first of the month. He commits to paying an extra $400 toward his credit card each month until it is gone. He stops financing his next vehicle and commits to saving for a reliable used car instead. And he writes out his first complete monthly budget and gives every dollar a destination before the month begins. By the time Marcus is 40, he will have a fully funded emergency fund, 0 high-interest debt, and a growing investment portfolio that is beginning to compound in ways that are genuinely exciting to watch. He will earn the same salary he earns today, but his relationship with that salary will be completely different. The money was never the problem, the strategy was, and now you have one. If this video added value, make sure you subscribe, because every week we are breaking down exactly the financial moves that separate the people who build wealth from the people who keep wondering why their paycheck disappears. We will see you in the next one.